which diet is the best for you. Now, it's good to understand that diets are kind of like dogs, and the dog's got to fit the owner. You've got to have a dog that fits your personality. So you've got to have a diet that fits your personality. So I have created a guide to diets that you can use to plot where you will fit onto this diet graph and choose the diet that's best for you. Here we have calories importance. So this is how important it is for calories to feature in the diet. And along here we have extreme behavior and food restrictions. So if you like, for example, not eating certain foods or only eating certain foods, you'll like it this way. And if you're more of an evidence-based bookworm, you'll like it this way. So let's look at some diets and see which one's right for you. So do you like eating Twinkies and ice cream to lose weight, to prove people wrong? And then you'll fit right into the novelty zone here. So we have the Twinkie and ice cream diet. Now this is a diet which is heavily important for calories, because you have to keep your calories in control while eating ice cream so that you can lose weight. And it is possible to do it, absolutely. You could do it with crisps, you could do it at McDonald's. As long as the food that you eat is under your calories for the day, you'll lose weight. So that's the novelty diet, if you like a bit of novelty in your diet. Okay, let's go over here. What about, do you like eating vegetables and telling people they're wrong and evil for eating meat? Well, you'll fit right into the vegan mafia over here. So extreme behavior, because they like firebombing people who eat steak, and also you can only eat vegetables and fruit and certain other vegan approved foods. Also in here is the carnivore diet. The carnivore diet is like the T-Rex of the diet industry. You only eat meat, and it's quite weird. And then you've got keto. So keto is not eating carbs. So if you like cutting carbs out of your diet, feeling generally awful and your breath smelling, you'll love keto. And keto people, carnivore people, and the vegan mafia all like telling people that their way is the best. And then if we move upwards, we go into the if it fits your macros crowd. Now the if it fits your macros crowd, they love macros. They love telling about how protein, carbs and fats have to be eaten in certain proportions to lose weight. You have to follow calories to a certain degree, otherwise you're not going to lose weight. And they do recognise that, but they also will get tied up with themselves if they can't find a food that exactly fits their macros for the day. So you'll find them sometimes labouring over trying to find a food that has 1 gram of fat and 3 grams of carbs to finish off their daily intake. So that's the macros crowd up there. If you love macros, you'll love if it fits your macros. Moving down, we have shake diets. So these are the Susans in accounts, those sorts of things, and they're the people who have a delicious, nutritious shake for breakfast, one for lunch, and a proper dinner. Also the MLM salesmen like Herbalife and that sort of thing, Juice Plus, they all fit in here because there's always some magic about the shake that's making them lose weight, not actually the fact that the calories are important. Now somewhere in all these shake diets and everything else, there'll be a thing tiny in the small print that says must be part of a calorie controlled diet, and that's the only place you'll see it. So there is a relevance on the calorie scale, but it's extreme behavior because you're only eating 2 or 3 shakes a day and then some proper meal in the evening. They're all in the smugness zone, and the smugness zone is people who think they're better than other people because they're doing a certain type of diet. So you know, like, oh, I'm keto, so my diet's the best, and oh, I have these keto things that I eat, and it's all great, and keto's the best. You know what that's like, and they look down on people who don't do their diet. So the smugness zone is also populated by fruitarians, and if you don't know what a fruitarian is, that's someone who eats only stuff that falls off the tree. So, but we don't really talk about them that much because they don't survive that long. Bro bodybuilders, I used to be a bodybuilder, or sort of still am. Bro bodybuilders who don't really know about science and calories and stuff like that, and they just eat chicken and broccoli all week and then pig out on the weekend, they're here as well. They're sort of high up on the calories scale because they sort of know that calories are there, but they're also massive on the extreme behavior side of things. Also, we have the boring zone, and the boring zone is taken up by the evidence-based bookworms. These are people who do absolutely nothing without reading a research paper first. They're really boring to talk to. And also the if it fits your macros crowd, well, some of them fit into the boring zone because all they'll ever talk about is their diet, their macros that they fit. Paleo diet. Now, paleo you should do if you like eating like a caveman. So unfortunately, you don't get to club anyone to death or murder a dinosaur, but you can eat things like berries, fruits, some meats, some eggs. But paleo does depend on whose paleo you follow. And paleo can be quite annoying in that sense, because some people say you can do this and some people say you can do that. So paleo's here. It's sort of relevant to calories, but it is extreme behaviour. If you get to club anyone to death, it's over here as well, but that generally doesn't happen, not in the Western world anyway. These are all part of the fake food brigade. Broccoli sausages or paleo cookies, which incidentally have twice as many calories as a normal cookie, so you might as well just eat a normal cookie. Or you have things like keto crisps, all those sorts of things. Fake food brigade, trying to pretend they can eat foods on their diet because they're missing them. So why not just do another diet and have them? Then below the calorie line, if we move down here, we have things like Slim World Weight Watchers, and they're below the calorie line because they tell their participants that they can eat as much pasta as they want, or they can eat as much of a certain food as they want without it impacting their diet, which is utterly stupid, because if you eat 5 plates of pasta because it's a free sin, then you're going to gain weight if it's over your calories. Of course you are. But they don't tell this. So this is why they're below the calorie line, because they place absolutely zero relevance on calories to their program. They're also in the fake food brigade because they have things like their low calorie chips, which are actually just potatoes with a bit of salt on it, but they cost twice as much as other chips. So this sort of group, the fake food brigade, is the people. They're also sort of semi in here in the boring zone. Sometimes you just walk away and you don't want to talk to them anymore. You also have celebrity chefs who do diet plans. A lot of these meals are about 1,000 calories a go, and they compensate that with like HIIT workouts and stuff like that. But in actual fact, if you're trying to lose weight, having 1,000 calories in a meal is probably not a good idea. Just saying. But these celebrity chefs, they don't list calories in their meals. They just list the recipes to have, and they talk about maybe calories don't matter. Okay, let's think about that for a second. Now, moving away from the sort of extremities of the diets, you then have what I like to sort of call the real world, and these are the people who have a certain knowledge about. They think they know calories are important. They don't only need to eat less calories than they currently are to lose weight. Now, these can be populated by vegans who aren't militant, vegetarians, pescatarians, anybody basically who isn't a head. So, and who doesn't tell you all the time about their diet that they're doing and bore you to tears with it. Or I'm this type of diet. So anybody who doesn't do that and is generally okay to talk to sort of will fall into this group here. 5-2 is quite a popular one, and it's something that a lot of my clients go to. And 5-2 is basically you eat less food in the week, Monday to Friday when you're at work, and then on the weekend you eat a little bit more. That sounds okay, doesn't it? And it is okay, and a lot of my clients do it. The problem is with this one is a lot of people do 5-2 the wrong way, and they will just eat hardly anything Monday to Friday and then really go to town on the weekend, and sometimes eating too much on the weekend can then push you over your actual calorie deficit. So that's the diets rounded up, and most of the people I work with will fall into this sort of category here. Is the evidence informed real world. So it's eating foods they like in the proper proportions. Yes, calories are important, and yes, we do have a little bit of food restriction because you can't just eat what you want all the time and hope to get thinner, but it's in a nice balance, and this is where all diets should be. The diet you want to stick to get the best results should be one where you're eating food that you like in the proper proportions to lose weight, with no extreme behaviour and no militancy.